Hindustan Unilever's March quarterly earnings were below street expectations on all fronts. Now, in our ideas for profit today, I will discuss the strategy investors should really adopt post HUL's Q4 muted earnings. Let us first look at the key earnings highlights. Now, domestic consumer business degrew by 9% year on year as the underlying volumes contracted by 7% year on year this time around. That was mainly led by lower demand in discretionary categories in Q4. Now, the last time we did see volumes in the negative territory was in Q3 of FY17, that was post demonetization. Now, this time the decline has been due to the nationwide lockdown and especially in the second half of March. Now, management quantified that the 2/3 of the adverse impact can be attributed to supply chain disruptions and the rest was due to the weak demand. Now, on the margin front, EBITDA margins declined by 42 basis points year on year due to operating deleverage, adverse product mix, higher advertising cost partially offset by the lower raw material costs. Now, beauty and personal care segments in particular saw sales decline of 14% year on year. Note that the FMCG sector had been sailing through tough macro conditions even before and for faltering consumption and also liquidity issues in the distribution channel for the last several quarters. Now, COVID-19 in particular has aggravated the demand and supply chain challenges for the company in the last quarter of FY20. Management has actually taken the product price correction for personal care portfolio, particularly sanitizers. And in the meantime, it has also ramped up the hand sanitizer production capacity by 60 times after the crisis really emerged. However, we do find comfort from the two aspects. One, HUL was able to gain market share by around 50 basis points this time for 80% of its product categories in the last quarter of FY20. And secondly, trade channel inventory is now back to 75 to 80% of the normal levels in the last fortnight alone. Demand for relatively discretionary categories such as skincare, hair care, color cosmetics, deodorants are expected to remain subdued given the recessionary conditions even going forward. Further, volatility in the crude oil prices and also currency movements is expected to prevail due to corona outbreak and also the weak global macros. Now, this will have implications for product prices and margins even going forward from here. Now, in the last couple of years, rural demand was really lagging behind the urban demand, which now is likely to reverse given the good Rabi harvest, the direct benefit transfer schemes, and also the expectation of the normal monsoon in the coming months. Now, further integration benefits with the GSK Consumer Healthcare India should also follow through in the near to medium term. We do anticipate a 10% earnings increment due to the merger and also the synergies expected. Additionally, the company is as well focusing on the cost savings from here on. All non-core expenses such as advertising is also expected to be clipped from here on. Now, we do believe that HUL, due to its strong working capital situation, the time-tested supply chain nimbleness, and also a reasonable presence in value buckets of the various categories it operates in or has products in, should gain further market share from here on. The company has been able to utilize earlier macro shocks such as demonetization, GST, rural slowdown, all to its advantage. And this time again, HUL is well positioned to capitalize on its solid supply chains once again during the current crisis. Now, we do also expect HUL's premium valuation to sustain, and investors can therefore look on accumulating the stock on dips from here on.